My name is Stan Rodriguez. I'm a lipay Cahuilla from the Santa Ysabel band of the Lipay Nation. Santa Ysabel is a reservation here in San Diego County, close to Julian. I'm on tribal council. I'm a legislator for my tribe. I'm also a veteran, United States Navy veteran, a Desert Storm vet. I was a sonar technician in the Navy, and during Desert Storm I was visit boarding search and seizure. And today here to, and I also teach here at Cal State San Marcos. I'm a doctoral candidate finishing my doctorate, and also come over here to teach some of our culture. So today what I'm teaching the students here is how to make what we call a hakwin. And a hakwin is an acorn storage basket. We're getting close to October, and October, November, that's when the acorns start falling. This is one of our main crops that we have. So this is a time when families go out, and we all go out together on the weekends, and we harvest acorns, and a lot of good times to spend together, tell stories, and just being together. Just reaffirming our ties to this land. And the hakwin, or the acorn storage basket, is a big part of that. I learned how to do this, make these storage baskets, from my cousin. Her name's Bonnie Osuna. She's also a legislator at San Ysabel. She's the speaker of the legislative branch, so she's the head of our branch of tribal government. And she was raised in a traditional way. She also speaks the language. And this hakwin, or this acorn storage baskets, they're pretty big. They store a lot of acorns. So she told me that most baskets women will do, but these baskets, a man, they prefer men to make them because they're so big, and there's a lot of twisting that goes on. So it takes some time to make something like this. So by her teaching me, one of the things with that is that knowledge isn't supposed to be just kept with one family. It's something to be shared about. This is something we all did. So it's not only just the lipay Cahuillas that made these, also the Luceños, Cahuillas, Serranos, all the different groups out here. So, and that's what we have here today. So it's nice to come out here and teach the people here part of what's their own culture. And as they learn, they gain proficiency with that, and hopefully they take that home and use that, and revitalize, revive some of the practices that many people have forgotten. This hakwin, or acorn storage basket, is made out of willow. The willow's gathered about this time, June, May, June, July, August, September. And this one, it has a lot of leaves on it. And the reason why we use willow is because it has natural salicylic acid. Basically what that means is it has aspirin in it. And that aspirin is bitter. So it's a natural bug repellent, and it repels rodents. So what happens is when we store the acorns there, bugs may try to get in it, but it leaves a bad taste in their mouth. So these are baskets that we make for our people. And the willow is an important tree for us. We not only use it to make these storage baskets, we also use it as a medicine. Like I said, it has a natural aspirin to it, so we boil the bark, and if somebody has a headache, they can drink that as a tea. And the bark itself, we can peel the bark and process that and use that to make willow bark skirts for the women. Women use that. We also use that for the backings for our cradle boards. And the limbs, we can also use that when we harvest that. We can make bows for it. It's a good young person's bow. At close ranges, it could take down a deer, but it's a good bow to practice on. So we get a lot of different things from the willow tree. Also, from the willow tree, what we do is we will burn it. In the wintertime, we will burn groves of the trees down by the arroyos. The reason for that is it's called a soft burn, and what it does is it takes away like infestations of parasites, things like that. And in the springtime, because it doesn't kill the roots, in the springtime what happens is straight shoots come up, and those straight shoots, we can use those to make our awa, which are our ceremonial houses or houses that we use traditionally to live in.
Milkwe, Neto Frankie Murillo, Negan Tang and Avish. We're the Torres-Martinez bird singers. My name is Frankie Murillo and I am from the east. We're from Torres-Martinez and we're the TM bird singers. This is Lloyd Duro, Steve Duro, Andrew Stevens, Thomas Torres, Aaron Malone, and Paul Guzman.
How's it going, everybody? Milkwe Pish, Amekala Eva, Negan Taming. Just want to say it's a great honor to sing birds. Learned from my Uncle Ernie, and rest in peace. You know, he taught us how to sing birds, and there's a reason why. So we're out here keeping it real for that reason, and we're just gonna keep it pushing. And just thank everybody that dances out there, and just a good representation of our tribe, Desert Cahuilla, Torres-Martinez.
My name is Lorene Sisquoc, and I'm a enrolled member of the Fort Sill Apache tribe of Oklahoma and a descendant of Mountain Cahuilla and also Tohono. Well, I learned basket weaving in about 1985. I was about 25 years old, and a close friend of mine, Cindy Alvitre, and myself were starting a summer youth program for our Native youth in the Riverside urban community for our own children and other kids that probably their families lived on worked at Sherman Indian High School and other urban Indians in the community. And we knew there wasn't a good source of passing on culture, traditions, things like that going on. And we wanted to pass on some of the things that, helped us in our lives and that we felt were important. So we started this Mother Earth Clan summer program. But neither of us knew how to do baskets. We knew about them, we knew the plants, but weren't too sure about, making them. So we were looking for a basket weaver teacher, and we sought out Donna Largo. She's a Mountain Cahuilla woman who was known for basket weaving, and so we, asked her if she could come teach, and she wasn't available. So luckily that weekend before our program started, Donna was at a campout that I was at for Indian Health, the Indian Health campout up in the mountains on Santa Rosa Reservation, and she was teaching baskets that day. And so I was able to take a class from her, but it wasn't our traditional baskets, it was the round reed wicker style baskets that we teach also, and Donna was teaching that, and so I took the class, and that next Monday I tried to remember and taught it to the kids, and so it was just kind of a crash course, and then all of a sudden started teaching it, and we became pretty good at it and just started teaching it that way. But it kind of planted the seeds to want to know about our traditional baskets more. I knew we used juncus and deergrass and yucca and sumac and those plants, but I didn't know how to prepare them or how to make a basket, our traditional style, Cahuilla or Southern California style. So a few years later, that was in '85, so it was in 1991 that I received a scholarship along with 3 other girls of Cahuilla descent to take one of Donna's week-long classes on Cahuilla basketry, and this was up at Idlewild Arts. So that's where learning our traditional baskets happened. And we were fortunate enough to also be taught by another weaver that was working with her, and that was Rosalie Valencia. And Rosalie and my grandfather are related, and then Donna's husband and my grandfather on our Cahuilla side are related. So it was good for me. I felt, even though it wasn't learning from your, immediate family, it was a distant family, but that I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up knowing them or anything, but I felt blessed to learn that. And that also started the basket weaving in my life, and on that level of the traditional baskets, because as part of receiving the scholarship, we all agreed that we would pass this on, what we learned, and help with any types of gatherings or her other classes and things like that. So we became assistants, helping with that, and that went on for many years. And we also immediately became teachers of that sort, or assisting in that. And eventually, by the year 2000, Donna had asked us to form an organization to support our Southern California basket weavers, and it was called Nehuatem. And we formed that organization and started having weekend campouts and gatherings. And our first one was in the fall of 2000. It was up in the San Jacinto Mountains, and it was beautiful. It was, people coming together from all the different tribes of Southern California.
The one that we're trying to make, because you're using the same materials, but you use different colors to make designs if you want. Sometimes you use this one the same, but some people, they like to do designs, but we're not making basket caps. And how you wear a basket cap is like this. And I have another one, that's this one, and this one has black on the top instead of this color, and this one has a little, if you look at the shapes, this one has this on the top, this one doesn't, this one's like, this one goes like this. If you can see how it looks like beaded when you look like this, when you look from an angle like that. But but you wear it like this.
Do that 3 times. Follow that same